Tacitus wasn't alive, the ignoramus excuse. The claim Tacitus wasn't alive at the time is not an argument. It's a confession of historical illiteracy. Ignorans in Latin literally means the fool. Were you there? He wasn't a contemporary? That standard would erase most of ancient history. Tacitus is a contemporary Roman historian, no different from many others we trust every day. This is the move you show atheists when they say, if he wasn't there, it doesn't count. Ironically, it's the same weak argument often repeated by atheist scholars like Bart Ehrman. Here's what they don't know. Polybius was not alive during the Punic Wars. His major historical work began after 167 BCE, about 50 years after Hannibal crossed the Alps. Plutarch was not a contemporary of Alexander the Great, yet his biographies are foundational. Velleius Paterculus, a contemporary of Tiberius, wrote rhetorically, not as a strict eyewitness historian. Josephus, in Antiquities and the Jewish War, routinely described events he did not personally witness. Tacitus, in Annals 1-6, recounts events he could not have observed firsthand. Plato, Xenophon, and Aristophanes survived primarily through later copies, not originals. Tacitus never knew Pontius Pilate, yet he names him, the only surviving Roman historical reference to Pilate. Not a single official Roman document from Jesus' time survives. No census records, tax files, trial transcripts, execution orders, or military reports. That's not unusual. That's ancient history. What about Hannibal? Hannibal nearly destroyed the Roman Republic and remains one of the greatest generals in history. Yet how many contemporary surviving accounts of Hannibal do we have? None. Zero. Hannibal campaigned in Italy from 280 to 203 BCE, exiled in 995 BCE, died in 883 BCE. The only contemporary account, written by Quintus Fabius Pictor, is lost. We know Hannibal through later historians like Livy, Dionysius, and Plutarch. That's called copies of copies, and universities call it reliable history. Contemporary evidence for the Buddha? The Buddha is traditionally dated to the 6th to 5th century BCE. The earliest Buddhist texts, the Pali Canon, were written centuries later, between the 1st century BCE and 1st century CE. Yet no one seriously questions whether the Buddha existed. The point, read this twice. If Hannibal, a world-famous general, has no surviving contemporary sources, arguing against the existence of a Galilean preacher because of non-contemporary evidence is historically absurd. Add to this, John the Apostle personally knew Jesus. He lived the longest. He converted many. Several of those converts wrote about their experiences. Their writings, even preserved in later copies, place us closer to the events than most ancient figures we accept without hesitation. Scroll up, reread.